Welcome students. Okay, we are still waiting for another friends. We are will waiting for 5 minutes until everyone here and we will start the class. Okay? Everyone is here now. And let's start. Welcome students for today's lesson. How are you today? Everyone fine? Everyone excited for today's class? Okay, before we start the lesson, we pray together. Pray begin. Finish. Then I want you to write your name on WhatsApp group and I will check your attendance today. Yeah, right now. Okay, everyone is present. And now we are gonna lesson about Recount Text. And the purpose of this lesson is that you can understand the definition, structure, function, and language feature of the Recount Text. And the main goal of this lesson is you can write simple Recount Text. Yeah, simple Recount Text. Later, I will show you a video. Before that, let me ask you, have you ever write your experience or a past event on a diary or journal? Everyone please answer me. Okay, I will repeat my question. Have you ever write your experience or a past event on a diary or journal?
Yes, I have missed when I
No,
was in
miss,
junior
I
high
Okay,
never
school.
write
thank
a
you students.
diary.
There are some who have written and some who haven't, right?
Okay students, afterward I'm going to show you a video with the title The History of the University of Palangka Raya. Let's watch it together.
The FKIP of the University of Palangkaraya was formerly a branch of IKIP Bandung, which was approved based on the Decree of Minister of PTIP number 1165/H/4/1963 on the 13th November 1963. It was the same year as the establishing of the University of Palangkaraya. In its history, the name of Palangkaraya was written within one word, Palangkaraya.
As a branch of IKIP Bandung in Palangkaraya, it had two faculties. The first faculty is the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Teacher Training Social Science. The Faculty of Education opened two departments. The first department is General Education and the second department is Social Education, while the Faculty of Teacher Training of Social Science opened two departments. The first department is Department of Civil and Law and the second department is Department of General Economics.
In 1969, IKIP Bandung branch of Palangkaraya was integrated into the University of Palangkaraya, which had the same numbers of faculties and departments. In 1973, by the decree of Presidium Head of the University of Palangkaraya, number 5/KPTS Unpar /4/73 on 20th February 1973, the Faculties of Teacher Training of Social Science changed its name to be the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, or FKIP, of the University of Palangkaraya, with the same departments. The changing of the name was done in order to have the same faculties as other universities around Indonesia, and also to make it possible to open new non-social departments.
In 1974, realizing the need of teachers of Central Kalimantan Province, the Faculty of Teacher Training opened two new departments, English departments and Essay departments, which are now called by the study program of mathematics education. Further, in 1982, based on decree of President number 67/1982 on 7 September 1982, the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Teacher Training were formally integrated within the name of the Faculty of the Teacher Training and Education.
The establishment of EPKIP of the University of Palangka Raya was stated at the same date as the establishment of the University of Palangka Raya, which is also the same date as Hari Pahlawan, that was on the 10th November 1963. So, after you watch the video, I want to ask your opinion about the topic. Anyone? Okay, what is your name? Okay, time's yours.
Miss, may I tell you my opinion? My opinion, that is a good information for us. I just know that University of Palangka was formerly a branch of IKIP Bandung in the past.
Okay, thank you for your opinion.
Okay, students. Now I will show you the example of recount text. This one is the written text from the video about the history of the University of Palangka Raya.
Okay, now I will explain the definition of recount text. Let's see this slide.
Definition of recount text. Recount text is a text that telling the reader about one story, action, or activity in the past. This text usually tell about the author experience or the events that happened in the past. What is this text made for? Of course, it is to entertain the readers, also providing information from their experience for readers who read this text.
Okay, as we know that all texts have its generic structure, social function, and language features. Now I will explain the generic structures, social function, and language features of recount text. Let's we move on to this slide.
In recount text, generic structure have three stages. There are orientation, events, and reorientation. Orientation. In this stage, the writer gives the reader about the background information that needed to understand the text, such as who was involved in the text, where it happened in the text, and when it happened. In this section, the writer expects to provide the reader with the information that necessary to understand the entirety of the text. For example, let's see the first paragraph in the text of the history of the University of Palangka Raya. Okay, this one. Next, events. In this stage, the writer tells their experience or events that happened in the past. Usually, they use a chronological sequence such as in the first day, in the next day, in the last day, in 2020, tomorrow, yesterday. Yeah. Okay, let's see the text about the history of the University of Palangka Raya. In the paragraph 2 until paragraph 4, it is
events of the history of the University of Palangkaraya. Next, reorientation. This last stage is repeating the orientation. It is summarize all the events or incidents that were told. So, the writer can write a summary of all the events or experience that are told, and the writer can also write the comments or personal impression of the events that have happened in the past. Example of reorientation you can see from the last paragraph on the text, the history of the University of Palangkaraya. From the definition that have been explained before, we already know that the purpose of this text is to entertain the reader by providing information. So, the social function of recount text is to amuse or to inform the reader about experience, story, action, or activity which happens in the past. Next, language features. There are 5 language features in the recount text. First, using the past tense. Of course, recount text using the past tense because it is telling about the experience or events that happened in the past. Now, on the history of the University of Palangkaraya text, all sentence in this text is using past tense. You can see from this sentence. In its history, the name of Palangkaraya was written within one word Palangkaraya. And the second, using temporal sequence or chronological order, such as on the 10 November 1693, in 1974, in 1969, in 1973, and etc. And the third, focus on specific participant. If the recount text tell about the writer experience, usually the writer use specific participant I. But in this text, the history of the University of the Palangkaraya, the focus specific participant is the FKIP of the University of Palangkaraya. And then, using the conjunctions such as an, while, as, and the last one using action verb, but action verb in the past form, or action verb in the verb to, such as opened, stated, integrated, and etc.
Okay, students, please read the text about the history of University of Palangkaraya, and you can see the text first. Yes, you can see. Okay, I will give you 5 minutes to read all the text. You can start now.
5 minutes later.
Okay, if you have finished or read all the text, next I will give you a second you to do an exercise, and you can see this your exercise. You see? Yes? Okay, then I will give you 30 minutes to do the exercise, and you will present the result for us. Okay, you can start now.
A few moments later.
Okay, students, finish? Yes? Okay.
Okay, so have you done writing your recurrent text? Okay, so if it's so, we will hear your presentation. So each of the students, each of you will present your result, your recurrent text in front of us, and I will ask other students' opinion about yours. So who wants to be the first? Okay,
Mimis,
let's start.
my
The
name
time is
is
yours.
Almadifa Inaya. Okay, I'll start. The FKIP of the University of Palangkaraya was previously a branch of IKIP Bandung that was approved based on the decree of Minister of PTIP number 1165/H/4/1963 on the 13th November 1963 in the same year as the establishing of the University of Palangkaraya. In its history, the name of Palangkaraya was written within one word, Palangkaraya. Formerly, when it was a branch of IKIP Bandung in Palangkaraya, it had two faculties, the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Teacher Training of Social Science. Two departments were opened as the Faculty of Education, which was the Department of General Education and the Department of Social Education, while two departments were opened for the Faculty of Teacher Training of Social Science, which was the Department of Civics and Law and the Department of General Economics. In 1969, the University of Palangkaraya, which had the same number of faculties and departments, was integrated with IKIP Bandung branch of Palangkaraya, had accepted the decree of Presidium Head of the University of Palangkaraya number 5/KPTS Unpar 4/73 on 20th February 1973. The Faculty of Teacher Training of Social Science changed its name to be the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education (FKIP) of the University of Palangkaraya with the same departments. The changing of the name was done in order to have the same faculty as other universities around Indonesia, and also to make it able to open new non-social departments. In 1974, by realizing the need of teachers for Central Kalimantan Province, two new departments were opened for the Faculty of Teacher Training, that are English Department and Exact Department, which are now called by the study program of Mathematics Education. Furthermore, in 1982, based on the decree of President number 67/1982 and the 7th September 1982, the Faculty of Education and Faculty of Teacher Training were formally integrated within the name of the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. Just that from me, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to ask for your opinion, students. I would like to ask your opinions about your friends that have read her own recount text. So, what do you think? That is it good already, or there are several incorrect function of maybe the generic structure or the language features or something? So, in my opinion, yeah. So, I found several incorrect grammar in your recount text, yeah. The first one is at the paragraph 2, line 7 and line 9. You can check yours while I give you a comment, yeah. So the incorrect grammars, I found that in line 7 and line 9 in the sentence, which was the Department of General Education and the Department of Social Education, while two departments were open for the Faculty of Teacher Training of Social Science, which was the Department of Civics, Law, and the Department of General Economics. So which was the using of was what? So I will ask you first the language features in recount text. One of them is past tense, yeah, past tense. So you are trying to write a past tense here, I know it, but you are using the incorrect past tense, in which was it should be written as were, not was, yeah, because were in the sentence refers to a plural thing. You want to explain a plural thing after you write was or were, right? So you have to write were, not was, yeah. Was is singular, for singular. So because were in the sentence refers to a plural thing, which are the Department of General Education and the Department of Social Education that you already stated. It also happened for the line 9, so you also use which was, not which were. So yeah, I just found an incorrect grammar, but actually it's already good. It's an excellent recount text. You already know how to construct a recount text, yeah, by with a giving situation that I gave. But you just make a small mistakes. Actually, you have to recall your memories again about the language features of recount text, yeah. So based on your presentation, I can say that you already know about the genic structure of recount text. You can construct the text with a correct generic structure, and the language features, I think it's good, but you have to learn more to determine the past tense, yeah, the correct using of past tense in this context. So yeah, overall that's good. You can construct your own recount text based on the situation that I gave.
Okay, Miss, thank you for the compliment.
Okay, so today we have learned about the definition of recount text, and then we have also learned about the generic structure, and last but not least is about the social function. Okay, don't forget about those materials. And then next, is there one of you wants to give us any feedbacks?
Miss, may
Anyone?
I give my feedback?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I think the explanation is good enough,
Mhm.
but maybe you can choose another
Okay.
example of text for the context material. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your feedback. And also, I would like to remind all of you for the next meeting, we will have tests based on today's materials. So don't forget to study these materials at home again. The definition of recount text, and then the generic structure, and then the social function. Because for the next week, for the next meeting, I will test your knowledge. Okay? Okay, thank you for today and see you on the next meeting. Bye bye.